somebody, one of your friends ever asked you, or you ever asked one of your friends, hey bro, let me see that watch real quick, try to take this picture. And then you take the picture, and it's because it's like, oh, let me get this watch, let me put that chain on so I can go talk to this girl real quick. Or let me drive your car. Let me take a picture in front of the rental real quick so I can feel cool and motherfuckers can feel like they, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm somebody now, you know? And that's the struggle with men, because see, women, they can walk out, they can have on a Shein outfit. Them motherfuckers be $5, and a rich, great, handsome, tall, successful man that still want to talk to them. They can work at McDonald's. Their value is not made off of what they have and what they can do. That's what men are. And so it gives,
it's a horrible trap.
It gives us insecurities because we're only valued for what we have, what we could do, what we can pay for, what we can provide. We're only valued for that. When if a beautiful woman walk past you and you single and she got on a $5 outfit with some Skechers on, you like, damn, baby, oh my God, you are just beautiful. Oh my God, can I take you out to eat? And now you want to take her out to eat, pick her up, and take her somewhere and pay for her shit. And then you start liking her a little bit. Now she walk around in Chanel. Y'all take them Skechers off, baby. Don't worry about it. I got you. A woman ain't doing that. Walk past a woman without a Rolex on, or without a nice outfit on, or without a chain on or something, and see if she give you some play. If she don't know who you are, if you're not Kanye West or DDG or somebody, if she don't know who you are, you think she giving you some play? You think she not gonna curve you? But put that watch on. 5-10 minutes later, put that watch on, put a hat on, put your chain on, put some Louis Vuitton on, put some Gucci on, or whatever the case is, put some Chanel on, put some Goyard on, and then go try to talk to her again. All of a sudden, you see that the attention is different. Now she's paying you more attention. There's more respect. She's looking you in your eyes now. She's letting you talk. She's thinking about giving you her number now. You see?
I just think the answer to the things that he's dealing with are very obvious. And I also think that for someone who has the resources to literally do whatever he wants, he's not taking advantage of that. Instead, he's just too busy beefing with his chat.
You think I don't read it? I read it. I read everything. So when y'all
stop reading
say certain shit or y'all tweet certain shit, I done blocked a few people yesterday that's like diehard fans. I done blocked their ass because I'm like,
damn, block their ass, goddamn, bro.
Moment when I wasn't feeling it, so now you gotta get blocked. I don't
Why
see
does that matter though?
They blocking it.
Honestly, I used to come to this month every goddamn day, right? Come to this month every fucking day, and I stream out this month. Everything cool, it's lit. Now I can't even be in it for 5 seconds. Y'all talking about some bull that could have got me banned. Y'all talking about some other this negative, meme house this, meme house that, blah blah blah. Everybody cracking jokes, thinking it's cool and funny, but the jokes got hate behind it. Why would I allow myself to get hated on in some shit I created?
What the fuck does that even mean? It's the internet, bro. Like, niggas hate on you for nothing on the internet. What the fuck? What does that even mean? What the fuck?
Like I said, this dude is so clearly insecure. The money is not enough to stop Twitter words from bothering him.
What does that mean, bro? Like, come on, wait. What the fuck does that even mean?
About shit that just
it's the internet. Niggas hate on the internet, bro. That's what this shit is. This shit come with that shit.
Because of the same thing. He just can't withstand negative comments. But he's also obsessive in the sense that he will continue reading over the same negative comments. I just think it's clear that despite the money, DDG is still a very much fallible person. He's still capable of being affected by the internet, and the way he expresses himself is just cold. So with that being said, despite outward appearances, to me it's clear that DDG is just another insecure influencer who uses the wealth he's amassed to put on this mask of superiority and coolness. But in reality, he's just another nigga that lets Twitter posts get to him. He's just another hollow influencer chasing after something that will potentially fill the hole that resides in his body.
Didn't you already say something like that, D?
But that's really all I had to say. Subscribe for more unsolicited.
Yeah, I think that's all it is, bro. I think that he needs to. A lot of people, almost everybody do though, bro. Motherfuckers gotta like, even it's certain people like you could tell like. I always say like, anybody that overflex their money every time, like you know,
something wrong with
anybody that like it's a thing. It's one thing with being physically fit and trying to be like very strong and take care of your family and have a man body and all that shit is cool. You know what I'm saying? I've been on my fitness shit. But them dudes who just gotta be jacked, ripped, big, I'm talking about big as a fucking just just big as a fucking just.
Them
big,
motherfuckers is on gear though,
like
bro.
400 pounds, muscles on muscle. They taking steroids. You know what I'm saying? They ain't fucking can't even turn to wipe their ass right. They walk like this all the time. They ass look like it's stiff. Can't even fucking bend down and fucking tie your fucking shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like them type of dudes, it's like, bro, what you insecure about, bro? Why you gotta be so damn big and so damn strong? Like, bro, you been big for 4 years.
What the fuck does that even mean?
You can lift 722 pounds. What the fuck do you need to lift 724 for? But a lot of times, I feel like a lot of times this shit just be insecurities, bro. It'd be something else that you.
That boy, so you can lift 722 pounds,
even
bro.
Even a therapist need a therapist, bro.
Man, what the
and
fuck?
I ain't talking about your homie that you call sometime and that shit cool, but you need a professional, psychiatric professional to outline your issues. And it's not because they're gonna magically do something to fix you. It's because they can identify what's going on in your brain better than you can, because you don't have you're not qualified to do that. You feel me? So it's just like how if you break your fucking arm, you go to the doctor. You know, because you don't know how to heal this arm the proper way that this person who went to school for 20 fucking years or however long, they know how to set your arm up for the best possible healing. The same thing is for your mind. See, we go to the hospital when we bleed and when somebody gets shot, when somebody gets stabbed. You don't go in there. You don't go in the kitchen and be like, Grandma, can you take the bullet out and wipe my wound off? Like, no, you go to the hospital because those are the professionals. I don't give a fuck how long Grandma is a nurse. You go to the hospital. It's the same thing, but we don't do that enough for our minds, bro. You know what I'm saying? And shit, nigga, I had to do it before. I had to do it before, bro. I had to do it. It was a point in time I had to do it, bro. Whether it was online, in person, and I need to go more. But you know, a lot of people mask the things that they're going through designer. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that shit for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Through designer, through jewelry, through watches, through shit that is at the end of the day ain't worth nothing. It ain't really worth shit. It's just the logo. If people stop buying the logo, it ain't worth nothing.
That shit ain't worth nothing, bro.
Whatever it costs.
I never give a fuck about no designer. Granted, I'm not a rich motherfucker though, but I never give a fuck about that kind of shit, bro.
So
that shit is lame.
Yeah,
man.
I think. But Illuminati said it a long time. I've been saying it for a long time. You could kind of. It kind of seems like, and you could tell from the evidence that we have that, you know, DDG don't really have much of like a soul. You know what I'm saying? It's more of like all of his value is from some money. It's from some, I got more than you. You know, I have these chains. That's why they say confidence is quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Insecurity is usually loud. That's why they say the loudest person in the room is usually
the weakest,
the
or the weakest.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they say that usually the biggest fucking muscle head dude in the room is usually the one that's insecure. Maybe he got bullied when he was in school. You know what I'm saying? And he don't want nobody to ever feel like they can play with him, so he got to get as big as possible so that everybody know that, no, don't play with me. A lot of street niggas, the reason that they have guns and they always flashing guns and they always pointing guns at the camera and doing this, playing with them and doing this shit and, you know, all like 55 times in the case, is because it's like, hey, you know, I'm really scared. But I'm going to show this gun, I'm going to make myself look tough so you don't fuck with me. Because I'm really scared of getting killed, or I'm really scared of getting shot, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying?
Looking like a dog
people
barking at you.
Too scared. They so scared and they don't have the confidence to be like, hey, bro, I'm scared. That's why people look at me like I'm crazy when I tell y'all, hey, this street shit's stupid. I'm scared to die. I'm scared to go to jail. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But different people deal with shit different. You feel me? And everything is not a healthy way, but you have to learn how to deal with shit in a healthy way. And that's one thing that I feel like I did. I'm not perfect or none, but I learned how to deal with stuff in a healthy way. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to deal with insecurities, with trauma, with stress. I learned how to deal with those things in healthy ways. And that really will change your life all the way. You know what I'm saying? It start with prayer, meditation. I like to indulge in the ganja. You know what I'm saying? I smoke like a blunt a day. And you know, I spend time in nature. Make sure I get my sunlight. I eat right. I pray. I work out. Those things is how I express myself and how I get, you know, like all the stress, all the insecurities. That's how I get a lot of stuff away from me. And I can pretty much say, honestly, bro, I don't really have no insecurities no more. I used to be insecure about a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to not think I was handsome. I used to have acne. I used to think I was too skinny. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when I was playing basketball, the sports I played, I ran track, I played basketball, and I did karate. Those were like the three main sports that I did, like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember playing basketball, and I felt like I had to work out super hard because I'm insecure. Like, these niggas, I'm super skinny. Girls probably don't like this shit, this, that, and third. You feel me? I remember when I was fighting, I used to go to tournaments and fight in tournaments, real tournaments and shit, and compete. And I'm like, man, I gotta get my weight up. You feel me? I gotta get my athletic shit up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm no longer insecure about really anything. I just know that there's improvements that have to be made, but it's not insecurities no more. I'm very secure in myself, even in my flaws. You know what I'm saying? Even in my flaws, I'm very secure to myself. So my advice to DDG would be, nigga, do what you want to do. You know, get you a therapist. Pray to God 3-4 times a day. I'm talking about real prayer, like meditation. You feel me? Spend time alone. And if you do those things, I feel like he'll be good, bro. And do what you want to do, bro. You richer than, nigga. You probably in the top 5% of the 1%. You know what I'm saying? Like, you rich, bro. You've been rich for a long time. I know you paying taxes like a motherfucker in LA. I don't know why you still live out there, too. Oh, my God. Jesus, Lord Christ, nigga. Fuck that shit. But, you rich, though. You rich, you young, you free. You got a son. You know what I'm saying? And I think if I was him, I would focus on, instead of chasing the high, I would focus on, if you already got a son, it didn't really work out with the mother of your child, I would try to find a wife right now in this stage of my life. I found my wife, you know, how old was I? That was 2023, so I was just about to be 25. I was 24, turning 25 when I met my wife. She had just turned 22. And that was 3 years ago almost. We got married 2 years in, and we've been married for almost a year. And that's probably the best thing to happen. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get on her nerves. Sometimes she get on my nerves. But you having that, just having a wife, just having that person that is your peace, your calmness, your best friend. That shit helps, bro. And then it gives you a purpose in life too. I'll give y'all this book to read too. Hold on. So this is the book that I would say read. It's called Ikigai. I think that's how you say it. I kind of forgot how to say it, but it's the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. And it pretty much it covers like purpose and finding your purpose and how to find your purpose. And those things like that, it helps you get up. It helps you focus. It helps you stay focused. And here's a chart right here. If you guys want to see it, you guys can kind of see it. In the top circle here, it says what you love, right? And then on the green one, it says what are you good at. The blue one says what the world needs. And then the yellow one says what you can pay for. And they're kind of all mixed. So what you love is your passion, your mission, right? What you're good at, that's your profession. Okay? What the world needs, that's your vocation. And then what you can pay for ties into your profession, your vocation, your passion. So they all tie in together. But you got to be able to identify all of these things to be truly happy, bro. Truly happy. And I know what my purpose is in life, and I've identified my purpose in life. And I share that with y'all if it'll help. My purpose in life is to, number one, is to get back to God, right? Is to get as close and as close to my God-like self as possible. There's God in all of us. I want to be as close to God as possible in spiritual, soul, physical, mental, every way possible. In order for me to do that, I have to achieve enough financial freedom so that generations after me don't have to worry about finances anymore. Once generations after me, my kids, their kids, once we don't have to worry about money anymore, then we can dedicate our entire life to doing a few things. Number one is spreading love and the vibration and the frequency of God. Spreading that. You know what I'm saying? Spreading it as much as possible. Building schools, helping homeless, ending world hunger, shit like that. If I had $1 trillion, billion, that's what I would be focused on. Doing that. And then number two, just dedicate our whole life to God. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, the world is created in such a way where you got these people, and we have to chase this money, and we have to go so hard and work so hard to get this money so that we can chase God. Most people don't have time to meditate and chase God and pray and really find that peace in their life. They don't have time because every time they fucking open their eyes from their sleep, they got to get up and go to work. Then they got to work all day. Then they got to come home and try to enjoy their life a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So now they so tired, they want to play the game. They want to smoke a blunt. They want to drink a drink real quick because the day been so fucking stressful. And then you got these problems with your kids, your wife planning this at the third. So by the time you go to sleep, that's really the only peace you get is sleep. So then you wake up and you back at it again. That's most men's life. But we got to create enough financial freedom to get on that other side of to where I can wake up whenever I feel like it. You know, I can wake up and I can pray. I can wake up and I can just go hang out with my kids, and my kids can go to their compound in the middle of this big, huge property that we got on 100 acres, and they can just go pray. They can go enjoy their life. They can go play basketball. We can go eat. We can talk. I can teach you how to get close to God, how to stay close to God. I can teach you how to spread this and spread that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what my purpose in life is, and that's what I dedicate myself to every day. And even on like today, bro, I'm tired as fuck, bro. I'm tired as fuck, bro. I ain't slept good in weeks, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't get up the earliest. I get up at like 8 in the morning. I start recording about 9:30 to 10, and I'm recording from 9:30 to 10 until probably 4 p.m. Then I have to edit. Then I gotta upload. Then I gotta run this business, that business, make sure this is good, make sure that's good, pay this person, pay that person. I still gotta give attention to my wife, make sure we go on dates. Like, it's a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when I found out my purpose and I identified it, it made getting through these days a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a lot less, even though I'm more stressed, it's like I feel it less. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to turn this into like no whole long preacher shit about DDG, but yeah, it's just what happens, bro. I don't really plan these reactions. I just, whatever's on my mind, that's what's been on my mind. So hopefully this helps somebody. If DDG ever see it, then hopefully it help him too. And yeah.
Darren Watkins Jr., the boy who got kicked out at only 14 years old.
He told me to quit or I'm leaving. Like, you can't do this in my house. I'm out.
While crying.
I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm really sorry you couldn't celebrate how you would be.
But continued to build an empire with now over 40 million subscribers. Even becoming a mayor for an hour. The name ISHOWSPEED has become one that nearly everyone recognizes. It wasn't always this easy. Throughout Speed's journey, there was one
Now listen, I know that his mom was a very, very, very big, I guess, detractor. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, to a certain extent, I can relate. You know, my mom never really discouraged me from doing the YouTube stuff. But when I did it and I kept doing it, she had an attitude to where it was like, when you gonna realize you need to go get you a job? You know what I'm saying? And I used that shit, and I used that shit to fuel me, nigga. I used it to fuel me. And much just like Speed, my dad was the one that was saying, don't just, you know what I'm saying, just stay with it, you know what I'm saying?
The obstacle he had to face, his own mother. Darren Jason Watkins Jr. was born on January 21st, 2005 in Cincinnati, Ohio. From the very start, life at home wasn't exactly picture perfect. His parents split up when he was little, and it wasn't an easy separation. In fact, one account claims that his father even fought a custody battle and lost, which made it worse while he was already living in a rough neighborhood.
Up there, it was Like, I did kind of grow up, like, not in a not so well neighborhood, you know. So, you know, hey, that is how it is growing up in Ohio, you know, had a lot of fights, seen a lot of stuff, did a lot of stuff.
School wasn't easy either. Darren also wasn't the quiet kid in the back of class. He was the class clown who loved making people laugh.
Popular kid?
Well, I was really like I was just a troll, really a class clown troll. I used to dance, like in the talent show.
Outside the classroom, Darren put his energy into sports. He had serious athletic talent. In fact, he played on Purcell Marion High School's football and basketball teams during his freshman year. Fast enough to earn the nickname Speed, and confident enough to brag about it. At one point, he even claimed he was a 4 or 5 star football recruit. Whether or not that was true, there's no doubt he was competitive and loved to win.
See, look. See, people don't know, but I was always in sports my whole life.
Okay, but he had another passion, gaming.
My sophomore year of high school, I started doing YouTube. Then I dropped all of it. You know, I just didn't touch sports anymore. I was focused on YouTube.
Darren grew up playing video games whenever he could, from NBA, 2K to Fortnite. Remember Ninja, the guy from Fortnite? That was one of Speed's early inspirations. Like a lot of kids, he idolized big YouTubers and streamers.
Yeah, look how young he was. I wish, you know what's crazy? I had a channel, if y'all don't know, I had a channel called Durf and Beck when I was 11 years old. That was my very, very, very first channel. And I had a lot of videos on that channel. And YouTube, I guess one day I went on there and they deleted it, bro. They deleted the whole channel. So I don't know if it's a way that I could ever get those videos back. But I wish I had that content that Speed got. You know what I'm saying? Because Speed can come back here, remember his room and shit.
He later recalled going to his mom in 6th grade and telling her his dream. Mom, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a streamer.
I grew up like I said, I played games. So, you know, Ninja kind of like really opened up my eyes. Yo, I'm like, Mom, I was 12 years old. I'm like, Mom, I want to be a streamer. She's like, boy, I told my mom at 12 years old, at 11 years old, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a streamer. Like, I genuinely wanted to be.
Despite all odds, Darren held on to that dream.
If YouTube does not work out for me, man, I'm gonna just go back to being a regular kid, bro. You feel me? You know, I didn't really have no goals, bro. I was just a regular kid with it. Cause, you know, as I said, I had no more feedback on it. Then, like the first week, I was averaging like 2 or 4 viewers, and I just kept going.
In 2016, at just 11 years old, Darren went ahead and created a YouTube channel. His first ever video was uploaded in December 2017, and by the next year, he tried his hand at live streaming. One of his first live streams in 2018 was him playing Fortnite to an audience of literally 1 or 2 viewers. But to Darren, that single viewer meant the world until year 2020 came. That year changed everything.
But then 2020, that's the point of my career where that
shit hurt my heart so bad, gang. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now, nigga. If I was as popular on my whole like YouTube, but when 2020 came, I was broke. Like I probably had like 4,000, 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like I was getting 60 views a video, like type shit. Like it was bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm working jobs like right before 2020. I'm working at UPS. I quit UPS. You know what I'm saying? And I was just in the house broke as hell every day. You know, my pops would give me like $5, $10 a day. I go get me some food, and I was in the crib grinding YouTube every day. But if I was popular on YouTube, if my shit was already blew up during that COVID time, boy, I probably would have made about 5.
That's pretty much my life changed. I sparked that first stream up. I gained 2 viewers. I had that 1 viewer, and that viewer made me keep going. And each day and more. Week 2, I started averaging 4 viewers. Week 3, 8 viewers. Week 4, 20 viewers. So on and so on and so on.
He decided to give streaming 100% of his effort. As a 15-year-old sophomore, Darren made a bold decision to essentially give up on school and put everything into YouTube.
I kind of gave up on school. Right. I kind of gave up on school. I kind of gave up on everything that I had to my old life and just put everything onto my stream. I streamed every day. I didn't care about nothing.
Of course, this had consequences in MULA. His grades slipped and his mother noticed. Imagine being a mom and suddenly your 15-year-old quits school to play and stream video games. You'd be concerned too. Darren's mom understandably was not happy with his new all-streaming, no-school lifestyle. As Speed's tiny channel slowly grew, a clip from one of his streams managed to land on World Star Hip Hop.
As I was streaming, there was a clip that kind of blown up. It was on War Star. You remember War Star, right? It didn't go viral. It had like maybe 30,000 viewers. So my dad showed my mom. So my dad watches War Star. My mom seen the video. She's like, "What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Why is everybody talking about you like online, blah, blah, blah?" Because it was like hate comments. So she kicked me out.
For context, at this time, he maybe had a couple thousand YouTube subscribers.
I got kicked out of the house because of that, bro.
And was averaging 20 live viewers. So 30,000 people seeing a clip of him was huge.
Hell yeah. My mother. Then I had to quit YouTube. And look, at the time, I had 5,000 subs too. Like, man, I can't quit YouTube, bro. My mama didn't want me to do YouTube no more because she saved the video and then she over there. I'm talking about cuss him out, bro, because
His mom confronted him. What are you doing? Why is everybody talking about you online? She was embarrassed. That World Star incident was the last straw. Speed's mom issued an ultimatum. Quit streaming or get out. She told him he can't do this in my house. Try to put yourself in...
It's crazy. I didn't know his story was similar to mine, but the reason... So I wanted to do YouTube, really made my first channel at like 11 or 12. It was like...
Yeah, same shit with me. Y'all probably don't know. My first YouTube channel, I was so fucking young.
I met him the first week
that I literally can't even, like, take it off. Like, I can't take it off YouTube, bro. I don't even remember my information.
He wanted to do a YouTube too. He wanted to do gaming. And like,
if I would have kept going all the way through high school,
like, I didn't even know Call of Duty had an online version. I didn't even have Wi-Fi at my house, nigga. Like, that's how old I am to some of y'all young niggas. But like, Wi-Fi wasn't the thing that everybody had.
Hell no, bro.
So when I had internet, but not Wi-Fi.
People didn't. We had dial-up, bro.
Set up the Wi-Fi.
I'm 30.
I
remember when motherfuckers, bro. I remember when Wi-Fi truly became big in like 7th, 8th grade.
Like, some shit. And that's what I was using.
I didn't get Wi-Fi probably till like 9th grade, bro.
Other people want to do YouTube too. Like, I'm not no crazy weird kid. Oh, it was over with. So that's when I stopped school. Like, I stopped. Like, I did enough to barely get by. But like school, I was just there, bro. Like, kicking it. I used to tell motherfuckers like, boy, I don't care about school. Boy, I'm finna be a YouTuber. Boy, I'm finna be rich. Boy, it's crazy that you fast forward 16 years, nigga, and
Darren's shoe. He's 14 or 15. He's finally found something he's passionate about and actually
the homemade chopped cheese right here, y'all.
No, she told me to quit or I'm leaving. Like, you can't do this in my house. So I'm like, I'm out. Like, I'm not about to stop. Like, I was already averaging like 20 viewers. I had like 1,000 subs, 2,000 subs.
Fortunately, if Darren hadn't chose that option, we wouldn't have ISHOWSPEED today, as he didn't let his mother's pressure stop him. The user wrote about Darren's situation. It will never make any sense how any parent can put down their child like that. Poor Speed, glad he has his dad, who is supportive with what he does. I heard that his mom even kicked him out at the age of 14. That's why he had to live with his dad.
Yeah.
After being kicked out, Darren moved north to live with his dad in Michigan, Detroit. It was a drastic change. New city, new household, and notably no strict mom watching over his shoulder. His dad gave him much more freedom.
So I started something, I'm not stopping. So boom, she kicked me out. I moved to my dad in Detroit. I kept going. My dad didn't really care. My dad let me. Shout out to my dad.
Finally, he could stream as much and loudly as he wanted, but that freedom came at a cost. He was isolated from his old life.
Just a quick little story. So chat, my mom kicked me out the house when I was 14.
That's
my
crazy,
mom
though.
kicked me out of my house
at 14. Crazy.
I moved in with my dad. I moved to Michigan. I was lonely. I was depressed.
Honestly, you should have been with your dad, though. If your dad's in another state like that, you should have been with your dad by the age of like 7, 8. Once a boy turns about 8, he needs his dad way more than he needs his mom. So if they're not in the same house, he should go live with his mom in most case scenarios. Like, if you got a good dad and a good mom, you should be with your dad more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you're going to be made into a man. Y'all always ask me to show y'all exactly how to get rich on YouTube, so I made a full-blown course. It's not complete yet, but you can order it right now. There's 5 hours of content in it right now. It'll be like 12 or 15-hour full course once it's done. It'll be done by April 1st, all right? So click the link in the description, get your course, and start learning how to really get rich on YouTube. I'm not just no one-hit wonder type guy. No, I have more than 40 channels that make me hundreds of thousands of dollars all together every single month. Like, I'm checking straight bags off of this, just sitting in my crib, recording, making videos. So if you want to learn exactly how I do it, I'm showing you how to clip farm, how to edit, how to upload, how to make thumbnails, how to develop your character, how to make shorts, how to make clips, right? I'm giving you every piece of every single type of strategy that you will ever need to get rich on YouTube. So click that link. It's not a super cheap course, but it ain't expensive. It's only $150. And if you use the code MULA, you can get 20% off of that $150. So go get you some money. The people in this pictures, they text or call me. I was just a lonely guy. I had no friends. Nobody takes or call me. Nobody.
Those were some of the darkest days of his young life. Still, he didn't give up. Over the weeks and months that followed, Darren's channel steadily grew. By early 2021, he was gaining a few hundred subscribers a week and had built a small but dedicated community.
Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away from me.
What the fuck?
Throughout his early success, again, his mother was not happy. She was adamant that he complete his education first and graduate, and Speed had to move back.
So I dropped out my sophomore year. I was failing all my grades my sophomore year. Then my mom was like, hell no. You know, she put a stop to it. She called my dad. Then I moved back in with my mom for my junior year.
Okay.
So I gained my credit for my sophomore year and my junior. So my mom, she was on it. She put me on online class. We tried this like a public school, but that didn't last a month. You know, I was already famous. Whatever.
Right.
I got into my online class. My mom locked me in because she wanted me to get my diploma. So she locked me back in. But you know, I made my ways and I graduated.
Speed was now back again at attending school and graduating, which he even streamed at. As he moved back to Cincinnati,
He streamed at
back in his
school?
mother's home, Speed found himself walking on eggshells once again. Around this time, he was also seeing rapid growth in his streaming career, with gaining almost 100,000 subscribers per day and hitting 1 million subscribers quickly. Yes, she was letting him stream again under her roof, but only on her terms.
Right.
The
I
rules are
remember
now
that.
stricter.
Look at this shit, bro. Hey, real shit, bro. Bro, I can't do this shit, bro.
Especially at this time.
8:23, 8:24 p.m. This is the reason.
Your mama was just mad. Your mama just seemed like an angry motherfucker. Especially at this point now, like now you seeing like I'm starting to make some money. Like I got subscribers. Like motherfuckers, like there's people in the chat. Like you see all this shit and you still screaming at me talking about be quiet at 8 p.m.
Say, if y'all wonder why I start my streams early, it's because of her. Cause she got a rule. Everybody need to be quiet at 11 o'clock p.m. Hey, y'all know what I'm doing? I start my stream up early, right? I start my stream up early, 8 o'clock, and she still got a problem.
So Speed would go live right after dinner around 8 p.m., hoping to get a few good hours of streaming in before the curfew. But even then, his mom sometimes got irritated. But things started to only get worse as he continued to hit his subscriber achievements, which are meant for celebration.
100K!
400,000.
100K!
Because of Speed's energetic and optimistic personality, well, his mother was quite the opposite.
Well, my mama said, y'all, we're in the stream right now, y'all. Just sound up, y'all. Come on, bro. I'm tired of this shit, y'all. Chat. Hey, man, I love you.
Like he not even doing nothing too. Like that's the crazy part. Like yeah, I'm sure he a little loud, but what's the difference between him doing this and playing the game? Like damn, like my parents at least used to let me play the game and talk loud a little bit or be on the phone in a group chat.
His mama was the asshole.
You know what I'm saying though? Like we used to have little ooh calls and shit. Like damn, I used to at least be able to be like damn. The nigga ain't in there doing nothing. He ain't bothering nobody. He ain't in the streets. He ain't cussing. You know what I'm saying? He just in there.
His mama strict as fuck,
being
man.
a kid. That's all he doing.
I'm not about to let him fucking, you know what? Mom, alright, okay, alright. I'm gonna be on the record. Damn. Mine popping up and shit. Fucking embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. That was embarrassing. I don't even want to get hyped no more.
Imagine your own mother not even giving you a simple congratulation.
I can't.
She don't understand that shit, though. Come on.
He say congrats.
All of y'all boys, y'all big 600K, man. I just can't, y'all. You know,
It's crazy. He got a whole nother 1,000 subs. Like that's
celebrate 600K another day, man. I just can't. I apologize. We couldn't celebrate this special how we usually do, man. I really apologize for my heart, man. I just got done from turning out, man. I really wish we could just celebrate our special how we usually do, man. I'm sorry, man, but it is a.
And it only
Speed went through a lot of
Simple
shit.
acts
God
like
damn.
this can be really cruel to your own child, especially when they're trying to help the family.
Mom, come here, Mom. Mom, come here. You gotta come here. You got to, man. 800K. Boy, I'm doing a recording. Congratulations. 800K. All right, congratulations. What? Congratulations. I gotta do my own job.
Such a big milestone is only a dream for others. While she didn't care what her own child achieved, it can be hard to
I don't
modernize
give
an
a
old
fuck
mindset.
what my kids, especially if I'm a broke ass. Like okay, if
800 crazy subs, bro.
I still
The
celebrate
fuck?
whatever. If I'm a broke ass parent in a not so good neighborhood and my son come in that motherfucker talking about I don't give a damn what you're doing. 800,000 anything. Nigga.
800K, motherfucker.
views, $800,000, 800,000 subs, 800,000 fucking successful kick flips on the skateboard. I don't give a fuck what it is. You do 800,000 anything, nigga.
Set of a parent.
You know what I'm saying?
Mom, come on. You know what, bro? Fuck this shit. I'm out. You know, I'm in my turn. I'm so like I'm really, you know what? I'm fucking tired of this shit. I can't.
First you told him to be quiet. Now it's quit cussing. First you ain't want him streaming. Then you wanted him to stream quietly. Now it's no cussing. Why is it so used to every time? Okay, if you say, hey, I'm cool with you streaming some, but I gotta go to sleep at 11:30. So can you please stop yelling at 11:20? That's understandable. Hey son, do your thing. No cussing. That's understandable. If he keep cussing, turn that shit off. Understandable. But why is it something different every time? That's all.
Of people. At the end, your child learns from you and the surroundings. Damn, instead of celebrating with him, she just let his mood down, shaking my head, being kicked out by her. The fact that his mom didn't say I love you back and just hang up the phone is crazy. His mom appeared on more occasions.
That's what your auntie did.
Ah, bro, what is he doing? Dang, man. No, I'm talking about the game. You're good. Hey, I'm good. Chill. You chill. Stop. No, you stop. Okay.
Damn, that's like our lives, though. Mama's fucking tormenting that boy, bro.
Okay. No, my. You shut the fuck up.
From yelling at him to even mocking him.
Y'all know we gotta stream every Friday.
99 cents. Friday, baby, thank God it's Friday, baby.
No, that's crazy.
Well, mama don't love me, bro. Mama, you really love me, bro,
What the fuck?
My fucking mama don't love me. My motherfucking mama.
Until he finally decided to move
I've
out.
been living with my mother, you know what I'm saying, for a very long time. I will be officially, for the first time in my life, I'll be moving out of my mother.
He about to go to the fucking moon.
For the first time in my life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So this
I know that shit was great though.
Very big thing for me, you know, because I've been living with my mother for a very, very, very long time. So
After years of streaming out of a cramped room under his mother's watch, he finally had the freedom to be as loud and wild as he wanted. But even before this point, Speed's YouTube channel was already exploding. He had rocketed from just 100,000 subscribers in April 2021 to over 1 million only 2 months later. That momentum never stopped as he aced towards 10 million. Even before he left home, he'd amassed a loyal fan base in the millions. But a turning point in Speed's journey came from a simple, almost random interaction. One that started with £1.79 and a kid named Bradley.
That's crazy.
Bradley donated £1.79 through Super Chat. What soccer football team?
That boy came up off YouTube, bro.
That tiny donation and these words opened a door for Speed, pulling him into a whole new world outside America. If you compare the audience between the FIFA World Cup and the Super Bowl, you'll get the idea. By simply being a fanboy of Ronaldo, he was pulling a whole new audience that loved his reactions. Speed playing soccer, his reactions and raw energy were now reaching far beyond YouTube, and his fan base was growing
insanely.
insanely.
This go to show y'all though, don't never listen to these niggas that's
Be who the fuck you want.
Always.
Be yourself, man.
Always corny until that shit works, boy. You see what I'm saying? It's always you the weirdo. All this shit until
it's crazy because DDG be calling Speed the GOAT,
like, hey, can I
but he could never do that. Like,
can you loan me 10,000? Can you? But I thought it was corny. What happened to it being?
He
corny,
too afraid to be himself, so that's kind of ironic.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas thought it was, especially me, because I'm a nigga that hung around street niggas and shit. Boy, oh boy, you corny, just doing that weird ass lame ass YouTube.
His clips from freak-out screams to dances to being a Ronaldo fan flooded TikTok and other platforms. He had become a mainstream viral figure. Even major celebrities were noticing and interacting. And before we knew it, he had met the man himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. And it did not stop here. Speed was already winning awards and hopping in the music game too, performing better than many artists with his hits, such as the World Cup song, before going on to a tour around the world.
Crazy, because he literally just did a remix of that.
Pulling a great amount
like 2 days ago, he just dropped a remix of that.
Records such as 1 million live viewers in Indonesia. With now over 40 million subscribers on YouTube alone, it is clear ISHOWSPEED has become a major celebrity. His journey was not easy.
Hell no.
Even though the kid who got kicked out at 14 now had everything, he never stopped loving his mother.
My first big purchase was mainly probably just buy my mom a house. Well, at first I didn't really have support. Right. But my mom always supported me. You know, she just didn't understand it.
Correct.
You know,
that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like, we coming from the black parents, the struggle. She didn't understand that shit. Like, come on, bro.
There's her little mom talks. You know, I love the mom talk. Right. You know, of her yapping. My dad, you know, he just always supported. He just, like, my dad is just the guy, like, go, you know, do it, go be happy. Yeah, exactly. So I'm really glad that I still got them in my life.
Well, we can't deny that his mother was indeed very proud of her boy.
ISHOWSPEED.
Man, this is such a proud fucking woman. Like, literally, seeing this shit, that man broke. He did, bro. He pushed barriers and broke goals and did shit that motherfuckers would never do, bro.
Streamer of the year.
That's a crazy one. But look, I'm gonna take my team, my cameraman, my mom, my dad, the countries that allow me to, stream in them places. I wanna thank everybody. This award means a lot to me. I really.
That boy went through literal blood. That boy shed tears for this shit, bro. Hear me? He straight shed tears.
The support that he never had.
Yo, chat, everybody sub to him right now. He's really about to hit 100K. Let's go. I remember this days. I remember these days.
That's what's up.
Oh my God.
Oh, that nigga in the same room. That's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy, man. That's beautiful right there, brother.
You hit 100,000 subs, bro. Oh my God, bro. I love you, man. Thank you for making this work. Congratulations.
Maybe this is what he also needed during his achievements and celebrations.
Damn, it is going up.
That's all.
That was beautiful,
but,
bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
that was literally beautiful.
I understand like the don't understand this shit, but see me, I'm the type of nigga like I know like.
Excuse me. Dude, that was fucking disgusting. My apologies.
Loser in my house. Like, no, hell no, you gonna.
I understand that shit too. Like, come on, his mama don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? From a different generation, bro.
And all that. But I'm also gonna support niggas' hobbies, like my kids' hobbies. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like a big thing. But I'm glad. It's crazy that, it's crazy that a lot of kids, a lot.
That's wild, bro. Bro, what is up with people using, like, it look like they make all this shit. They make all this shit using ChatGPT, bro. Because what the fuck is that, bro? I feel like not a lot of, man, it didn't, bro. Rama 1/2 80s version is fucking hilarious, bro. It didn't need a remake if you think about it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
What's popping, y'all? This
but
is
yo,
be the
a lot of people be
DDG
using they fucking cover pictures or title pictures, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit.
And it's not just a streaming career.
They be using them bitches and making them hoes on ChatGPT. You can't tell me they not, bro.
Cameraman left him.
As you guys do know, I have me and Ed have parted ways. I seen some fake captions. They saying that me and Ed is beefing. That is not the case. But I did not fire Ed. Ed decided that he wanted to leave. So I said, you know what? I understand it. And y'all know I always preach to people like, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, go another route, I always preach that. I can't be mad at it because, if I'm hanging around doing this and that,
he probably a little stressful to work for, though, man. I can only imagine that shit.
So
definitely gotta be a little stressful to work for,
so
bro.
I gotta find a new cameraman. Unfortunate, it happens. It is.
So here, DDG announces his cameraman left him. This is the second cameraman that left him, by the way. The first guy was Johnny, and that dude Johnny's really successful right now. He's killing it. There was no bad blood between them, so DDG needed another cameraman after that. Also, that dude Johnny was the only one that showed up to DDG, the only streamer in LA that showed up to DDG's show, showed him a lot of love, support. That guy seems like a very authentic, big-hearted guy. Now, for this Edmund guy, why did he leave?
What the fuck happened to that guy's lip?
Why did I leave?
Is that a mole?
I want to preface. Hey, you want to be a streamer. You left to be a streamer. I'm going to be a streamer.
What? What?
If I see somebody say, hey, left to be a fucking pickleball champion, that's what the fuck I'm going to do next. Don't tell me what the fuck not to do, because I'm going to do it.
Nigga, what? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck?
To be a cornstarch space could get you. Look, watch this. I'm gonna give you a chance.
So of course, immediately when this guy leaves, he hops on and he starts talking about why he left, and he's streaming, of course. And you see the chat moving. And do you think these guys are fans of this guy? Well, they might become fans of this guy now, but no, really, they're fans of DDG. So this guy continues and gives a little bit of a complaint of why he had to quit.
And I will be honest, guys.
Bro, you need to take that fucking star shit off. That shit looks like he got a giant herp on his fucking lip, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Y'all don't understand. Y'all think it's a joke. In Trinidad, I held the FX6 in the hot beaming sun. Bro, I was burnt. I looked like a tomato, and I held that and we were rocking 25.
I can believe that shit. Goddamn.
But y'all still calling me an L cameraman. There's no winning, and I gotta accept the fact that at the end of the day, there's gonna be people that hate. But however many people we have in here, whether it's 1%, 10%, I don't care. But if you're a piece of that just likes to spread hate, just leave. I don't want you to buy my clothes. I don't want you to support me. I want to build a real community based off my brand reservation.
So this guy's talking about, yeah,
you know what? I can believe that shit
hold
though.
Up this thing in the beaming sun.
Yo, I can believe that. They probably go through a lot of shit for that kind of shit though, man. Like what the fuck?
DDG's mother was even upset with this as well.
Janelle, what you talking about? Ed quitting or whatever he did. Ed know he wrong because he could have gave. If you work in a job, you give them a notice. You don't just do like that. Ed, if you watching, yeah, I said it. You just don't do like that. You don't. I mean, it don't even have to be on 2 weeks notice, but a day or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or something. You don't do nobody like that. We family, right? At least that's what we said.
DDG's mother is spin. I didn't know she was streaming. But you're not giving the guy 2 weeks notice. And now DDG's in search for a new cameraman.
Anyway.
He talks about, like he wants people around. This is why I think DDG is too big hard for this. Yeah, I want people around me. I want bosses and I want people to level up. No, you want a cameraman. I'm going to give DDG content right here. Free content, free game. Don't give me credit. I just want to watch it and be entertained. The next cameraman you get, you gotta have the interviewing process, get a lie detector for the interviewing process. So have the guy doing the lie detector, and all the people that you try out, you line them up in the lie detector, and you ask them, hey, do you ever have any plans on streaming? Are you going to use the opportunity by being my cameraman to eventually launch your streaming career? That's going to be a banger of a stream. DDG's fan base is gonna love that. And the people that actually want to become streamers, they're going to fail the lie detector, and you kick them onto the curb. And the ones that aren't, now you've got somebody that's going to be reliable and doesn't have an ulterior motive. Because the problem is, what happened with this Edmund guy, DDG paid this guy. He took him traveling around everywhere with him. And he launched his career off of DDG's back and left DDG. So you paid this guy to build him up a career where he can get paid.
I mean, when you say it like that, that's kind of
That's kind of effed up. You need somebody that is a cameraman. Like, for example, ISHOWSPEED's cameraman, that guy is a cameraman. That Slips dude, he loves cameras. He loves figuring out how to get better shots, how to get the underwater streams, all that other stuff. A lot of these people that want to be a cameraman or an assistant, they just want proximity to clout. They just want to be lit. It's like Dean the Great. Dean the Great had to fire one of his cameramen because the guy decided to crack a chick in the middle of the stream. It's like, what the hell are you doing? There's a party. If you're a manager, if you're a cameraman, if you are a merch guy, if you are anybody that's part of the operation, you handle your part of the operation. You're not partying over here. All right? You're on the job. You're on the clock. So the fact that this guy launched his career off the back
but that's difficult, though. I can't even lie.
I can't blame the guy.
I'd be a strong motherfucker for that kind of shit, for real.
Is crazy. And yeah, DDG needs to get somebody who wants to be a cameraman, who is shy, who isn't charismatic. And this is the thing. DDG talks about, he wants a cameraman that he's going to be able to kick it with off camera. No, you don't. You want a nerd that you would have probably bullied. And you're like, this guy's weird. Like, why does he never talk to us? He just shows up on time all the time. He doesn't ever complain. And then once the stream is off, he just goes home and turns on his computer and starts playing video games. I don't even know where he lives. I don't know anything about him. That's who you need. That's who's going to be reliable. So
he ain't lying about that shit, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's probably exactly what the fuck you want, bro.
He also got into it with his group, Capaholics. And he would get into an argument with his own brother about, you're probably like,
I think I saw this shit, bro.
Yeah.
He got into it with his brother about whether or not they're considered a good group or not. That shit was actually ridiculous to me.
Everything went wrong. Cause remember that first stream you did? That shit was great, right? But I think where everything went wrong is everybody started streaming at their own time. You stream at 10 a.m. Who the f is
Yeah, but think about it, bro.
10 a.m.
Think about it.
Exactly, it's not me and my niggas. It's supposed to be our
Think about this though, bro. How y'all gonna stream at the same time though, bro? I feel like this motherfucker like he trying to control every fucking damn thing. It's kind of like that's. I mean, come on, man. That man should be able to stream whenever the fuck he wants, bro.
So let's say Ryan, his people know Jason because Jason always in it. So they gonna go to Jason. You know what I'm saying? All of our numbers would be times 3 if we all cross-pollinate. But who am I? I'm listening.
So here, DDG's just giving these guys game, and I'm just sitting here listening and watching. I'm like, who's the guy on the left? Who's the guy in the middle? Who's the guy in the back left? And who's the guy in the back right? And that's the point that DDG's trying to make. He's like, yo, we need to do stuff together. And DDG is the guy that doesn't need to tell them this. He doesn't need to be in anything with them. They need to take the initiative to be in something with DDG because that's going to clout them up. The only reason whatever viewers that they have watch them is because of DDG. That's the nucleus. That's the core of everything.
That's true, though. I know the fuck any of these motherfuckers were besides Dub. But we know who Dub is because it's DDG's brother, bro. So come on.
And he would go in on them again when he's wearing these pretty cool glasses.
You suburban dude.
It's cool. That's like how instead of saying, "Oh, your car, we're at," you said this and that. Why don't we say, "All right, let's tee this up." That's what I'm saying. I can see if I was saying what I'm saying and I'm not kicking it with. I'm not pulling up. I'm here, nigga. I got 2 cribs. I'm here every day. Every day. No, you was here. I'm here. I'm here smoking with T.O. I'm here streaming every day. I don't gotta be here. Nigga, you was just at my setup. Nice. I can just be in that. That computer collecting dust. I be here every day. If I was saying it and I wasn't on the court hooping with, I get it. If I'm on the court hooping with every day.
That boy getting heated, bro. Look at that boy getting heated, bro. What the fuck?
So here, DDG has to.
You see the frustration in that man with like whole demeanor right now, bro.
And he's yelling at them to work harder. And then there's also a new guy. I'm like, who are these people? Please tell me. Now, they had this like quarter zip idea, which was good, and DDG joined them for this quarter zip idea. But you can't want it more for these guys than they want it for themselves.
That's
like,
true.
All these other groups,
bro. I had to learn that from
You're
making music, bro.
stream.
I didn't try to put some like a lot of my homies in the studio and shit like that. You can't force these motherfuckers to make music, bro.
If you want to make a name for yourself, and
like, honestly, you cannot force these motherfuckers to make music,
bro.
bro.
Here for us. He's there.
I got homies to this day who be like, yeah, I want to get back into that shit. You can't force these motherfuckers to drive. You can't force these motherfuckers to record shit. Like, you can't force these motherfuckers to like promote their shit, bro. Even with me, like I'm slacking too. I haven't done a show in so long.
Enough about you guys to want to watch you when DDG's not online, because right now they don't care. They're just like, oh yeah, that's one of DDG's homies. There isn't enough interaction for you guys to get airtime in front of many more viewers so that they watch you guys. And that's how you slowly build it up. That's how you build like your own little universe. But these guys, they're just lazy. Honestly, I think these guys are just chiefing weed all day, living in a crib for free. They're like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna turn on the stream a little bit. They don't want it. And that's why I say like DDG's just gotta cut these guys off. They're just dead weight. If they can't think of these things, and I can, like me.
But I think these like his actual homies, though, brother.
This isn't even my job.
And his brothers. Like I don't think he want to leave them behind.
He also argues with his brother.
If I know what you got going on, you know what I got going on. How can we stream at 2 a.m., 2 p.m.? That's unrealistic.
That is unrealistic, though. I can't even lie, bro.
He's the only.
That's kind of unrealistic. That boy Doug got a family, a wife, and kids, bro. Like I don't think that's not very realistic.
Let's do this and that. You ain't never came to my room and said,
why do I need to come to your room?
I'm just saying, you ain't never.
So how is that a group thing?
So
if
I
I'm talking to you, if I'm talking to you, that's not a group thing.
It started off with them. Now I got a quarter zip on. That's how it go. Right. Exactly. So listen, you did it, and then we're all 5 of us.
Right, but that's what I'm saying though. Like what I'm saying is like we just did a complete good stream, right? The start of the end of the stream where we're ending. Oh, we're nothing. We're at the bottom. What? I got more money than half this
niggas in them other groups. I'm way more successful than other. So
how would he know that though?
None of them niggas can fuck with me. If you talk about other groups, none of them niggas can fuck with you. Because we worried about them for it.
No, but it ain't got nothing to do with nobody else.
Yes, it do, bro. Okay, so let's do this. For now on, let's not film with nobody but ourselves then. That's what the fuck I've been trying to do. Okay, the mother, every that ain't cap, I'm saying. I've been on that. And I won't say
Listen, this is what happened. All will say, oh, I just got on streaming, my views low now. Like, y'all say it on stream.
I don't
say it on stream.
I don't give a
said it today.
That's a joke.
But it doesn't matter, but it still it comes from a real place. It's like you can't think about that. If we stream together on the same camera, yeah, I'm gonna have more viewers than that's just how it's gonna go.
Okay, but
it is what it is. But guess what? Going viral every day. Eventually, everybody's gonna be up.
But listen,
very simple.
What I'm saying to that is
that's real game right there, though, bro.
It's unrealistic to all of us to stream at the same time.
How? No, it ain't unrealistic.
How?
You can make time for whatever you want.
Exactly. So what does it matter if I stream at 10 or Derek stream at 10?
So here you have this delusional Dub here, and I can't go too in on Dub too much because he's somebody that is consistent and he works hard.
Dub is definitely consistent,
but nobody
bro.
cares how much money you have. You're in the game of streaming.
That's true. Fuck the money shit, bro.
Are you guys as a group?
Fuck the money talk. Like the money talk
nobody
don't
cares
mean
about
shit,
your bank
bro.
accounts. Nobody cares how long you've been doing this. It's what have you done for me lately. Like DDG, there was a time period when he was streaming and he didn't have any motion. Do you think he was saying, yo, I'm better than all these other streamers? Like, you have to see
he
what
looks
I've
so
done on
different right
YouTube
there. What
and
the fuck?
in music. No, he said, I'm going to put my head to the
sun get
grindstone
darker or
and
some
I'm
shit?
gonna
What
run
the
it up.
fuck?
And he ran it up as we saw last year. So the fact that Dub's like trying to go back and forth with him, it's like, no, shut up, listen to DDG, follow the captain, and take criticism. Like, DDG doesn't benefit from these guys blowing up. He wants to help them. Well, he does benefit if they actually do blow up, but the amount of effort that he's put in so far is more than anybody else would put in. And he has to explain to these guys and argue with them to get them to agree to do something that will help them. At that point, you just got to throw your hands up and say these guys don't want it bad enough. They don't want to compete. That's what it looks like to me. So then we've got the streaming aspect with his cameraman leaving him. We've got his crew just in shambles. And then what do we also have? DDG's music career.
Wait, what?
You couldn't see me off your For You page. So why I ain't get major hits? If anything, I'm going to be honest, the streaming fucked it up a little bit. I'm being honest. You got to put so much time into this shit. You know, it's times where, and a lot of times when I don't stream, I go into the studio. When I go to the studio, I'm in the studio for 12 hours. I can't stream.
12 hours? Goddamn, dog.
Intertwine the two. I'm a stream.
Shit, I usually, like, when I be making music, when I be making music, I probably make a, you know, I be making music like 2-3 hours type shit.
That want to co-write.
I mean, fucking goddamn 12 hours shit, nigga. That's the fuck.
You hear the full song.
Man, I ain't got no platinum hit, so that's the difference between a motherfucker with a platinum. You're like a platinum hit and you know, a regular motherfucker like me, I guess. But damn.
You go in there right now and type in songs.
The longest I done probably been in the studio like 5 hours type shit back in the day.
I haven't got 1 million views on a music video in a long time.
Here, DDG had to learn the harsh lesson that I could have told him before he started this whole thing. Yeah. Streaming
Blueface
and
told him
music
that
don't
shit.
go together. There's a reason why Max hasn't been making music on streaming. You cannot. Streaming is about interaction, and you have the worst backseat gamers, backseat drivers, backseat engineers, backseat producers, backseat rappers all in your chat, and they want your attention, and they're going to tell you this sucks, not change this bar. Meanwhile, the person has no rap career. They haven't had any song do anything.
Oh god, fuck them people, bro.
Streaming is so fast paced. So really what I think happened is DDG's music audience dwindled a little bit and his live streaming audience grew because, like he said, he hasn't gotten 1 million views on a music video because the music video's old by the time it comes out. They've already heard you make the song, and it takes away the magic of the music making process. It's kind of like this game of push and pull. For example, like a Tory Lanez, right? He live streamed himself on IG making a mixtape, but does he do that for every project? Does he do that for every song? No, but it brought that core fan base closer to him because they got to peer in. They got to see past the veil, like, oh, whoa, this is how this works. But they can't see all of it, otherwise the magic is lost. And also what DDG's talking about is like, yo, songs gotta get cleared. He ran into a huge issue with Pink Dress, like the producer and the song getting taken down.
When I'm out of town, I be tripping, I be
which everything moves. The song moves quicker than he's able to. I don't
give a fuck about like that song's a hit though. I can't even lie. Shout out to him. Shout out to Black Boy Man.
Now, can he do music and streaming? Yes, but they would have to be separate, and you can't be the best at both. So one is going to have to sacrifice. With DDG, I think he was just looking at it like, yo, how do I maximize the amount of bread I can get whilst doing these two things? Because music would just be a loss. He would be spending 12 hours not streaming, and then he would be paying for the studio time.
What the fuck is he doing to his
eyebrows?
eyebrows?
He would be losing money constantly. And the opportunity cost where he could have been
streaming.
What the
fuck,
and
bro?
Losing relevance in the streaming world because he would be streaming less to
nigga,
focus
what
on
the
music.
fuck?
So that's a tough decision that he's going to
that
have.
Nigga really?
But
What the fuck? I think he a pretty ass nigga. The fuck, bro?
Like, yo, guys, I got a new song. I was locked in the studio because it also gives enough time for his streaming audience.
When that boy out of town, he be tripping, he be on. Turn off his location.
He's been gone for 2 days.
He reacts to
popped back on for stream for 10 hours, and then he disappeared for a day, and then he came back for 3 days. That unpredictability
situation
will make them appreciate him a little bit more too. And
now, if you guys haven't heard, Lil Durk actually ended up coming out the other day with a statement, and he basically said that he's coming home soon. So let's check out the clip right now.
Boy, I say he coming home.
I want to say shout out to my fans, but I don't like calling my fans fans. I like calling them family. So shout out to my family, supporting me. Being there, reading y'all letters. Y'all think I'm getting them. I'm getting them. I'm responding to a few.
You ain't on one.
But I appreciate y'all for being on Team Smirk 1,000%. My mental good. Y'all ain't got to worry about me. I'll be home soon. Let's get it. Free the voice so you can free the world.
Let's get it.
I'll be home soon. I mean, Durk sounds very, very confident in the fact that he's going to be coming home soon. So, if you guys obviously don't know, Lil Durk is behind bars for some very serious charges, right?
He been behind bars what for like? He been locked up for like what? 2 years type shit, almost 3 right now. How long that boy been locked up, bro?
Plot targeting
I feel like it's been a little minute now.
In Los Angeles, which resulted in the 2022 fatal shooting of Quando Rondo's cousin. The allegations here were obviously very serious. They were basically saying that he used some of the credit cards connected to his record label OTF to fund hitmen in this retaliation for the 2020 murder of Chicago rapper King Von. And so we're talking about charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire and using machine guns and a violent crime resulting in the death of another person. And then eventually he of course got arrested on October 2024, reportedly as he was preparing to flee the country on a private jet to, I believe it was Switzerland and Dubai, right? And then after that he ended up pleading not guilty and remains held without bail. And his defense team has actively fought these charges, moving to suppress evidence like song lyrics used in the original indictment. So the feds were really trying to come down, and they still are trying.
That boy literally trying to flee the country. He think he coming home. The fuck?
Still can't believe that.
Wishful thinking, I guess. God damn, what the fuck, bro?
You have all these resources, and you're this successful, and all that stuff, and you end up getting caught up in this. But then again, Lil Durk talked about a lot of these things in his music, and I know that because I'm an avid listener of his music. I think Durk is like one of the most talented street rappers out there, honestly. Very talented, makes some great music. But that music, is real, but pretty dark stuff, right? What Lil Durk overall just talks about and kind of the messaging, which he's gotten a lot of pushback for in the past, but he's a street rapper. It is what it is. That's what he does. So I don't really blame him for the music per se. That's whatever. That's the music. But at the same time, if you're going to live out a lot of these things in real life, then it could be dangerous. It ain't so good, okay? Because the feds are always watching, especially when you're...
I be fresh as hell when the feds watching.
Lil Durk is making this statement. He's saying, hey, I'm going to come home soon.
And I be fresh as hell if the feds... Yo, for real, that was a hit back then. What the fuck? That was a hit, bro.
Good. You know what I mean? Like, I know that was like very, very short. And you can't really judge the situation based on just...
Back in Bleezy?
Just his voice, right? I don't know what's going on behind those walls. Because I can imagine that prison is pretty rough. But at the same time, when I heard him speak there, he sounded that he was kind of holding up in there. So it sounds like he's doing decent considering the circumstances. I mean, he's been locked up since 2024. That is a while.
Yeah, so he's been there for 2 years, bro.
What is that based on?
I feel like it's been at least 2 or 3 years, bro.
Whatever, two
because that man, I feel like that boy been, he been, goddamn, think about the Young Thug situation. He was locked up for what, like 3 years type shit? Maybe even 4, like 3 years, some shit like that, bro.
When it comes to who's defending him in this case, right? Obviously for Durk, no problem.
That boy would have been locked up too. If Von wasn't dead, Von would have been in jail, bro. Let's just keep this shit a buck, man. Come on.
Allegations right now, innocent until proven guilty. And we've all heard the evidence that they say that they have, the feds. We're talking about a very complex, multi-layered case using digital footprints, financial transactions, and communication logs. And the core evidence here includes a paper trail tying his record label to the alleged hitman.
He be fresh as
Critical text
hell, let them
messages,
bed
travel logs,
watching.
and of course, they were also using his music in this particular case. I don't know if that's going to happen in the actual trial. Can his defense team maybe perhaps argue that this is not allowed or anything like that? I guess we'll see, right? But that's what they were trying to do initially. And so some of the core evidence was coded text messages. So the prosecutors basically allegedly they possess a text message sent from a phone number tied to Lil Durk that he allegedly sent to a co-conspirator just before the hitman traveled. And they said that Lil Durk said, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." So they were saying that this text message implicated Lil Durk in this, and that he knew what was about to happen, and that he was like orchestrating this whole thing. And then we have the credit card as well that was used to book the flight from Chicago to Los Angeles for the hitman, as well as their stay at a Sheraton Universal Hotel. So already there, I'm kind of like, damn.
The credit card, bro, what the fuck?
Like, did Lil Durk think that he was gonna get away with something like that? It just sounds crazy. And this
it does
sound such a big deal.
Wow.
It is such a big deal still. Like, a lot of people are really interested in what's gonna happen here. Like, did Lil Durk do these things that they're accusing him of? Now, from his perspective, he's innocent, which is why he's saying, "I'm coming home soon." So from his mind, he's like, man, I'm about to beat this case easy. I'm coming home soon, right? That's what he's saying. And then they also had the travel logs. One of his top associates, Kayvon Grant, he allegedly flew to Los Angeles on a private jet around the same time.
God damn, the motherfucker. Well, you know what they say about the feds? The motherfuckers got like a 92% conviction rate or some shit, bro. But them motherfuckers got, bro, they got a lot of shit, goddamn. They got a lot of evidence. Shit, bro.
Street and gas station surveillance footage tracking the two vehicles used by the gunman to stalk Quando Rondo's black Escalade before opening fire. And then also I mentioned something about music and lyrics. Now the court initially ruled that prosecutors can't introduce Lil Durk's music videos and lyrics to establish motive and pattern of violence. And so basically the prosecutors, they were trying to pull a bunch of different references which had location names in it and green lighting hits. So I guess the question in a situation like this is not whether Durk knew these people. The question is whether prosecutors can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he ordered this. So him being the boss of his record label doesn't automatically prove that he ordered a murder. And being friends with King Von doesn't automatically prove that he put a bounty on somebody's head because they killed him. But if they have these financial records, travel records, messages, and if they have some type of witness testimony, I'm not sure about that. I guess we're gonna see soon. I did see something about how one of his co-defendants, he allegedly, I'm not sure if he took a deal or not. I need to look into that more.
Bro, his little fucking like
obviously in a lot of these types of situations as well,
camera PMP little shit. That boy like a ghost right there. What the fuck?
Behind bars forever.
It's kind of creepy. Like, goddamn.
It don't matter how long they've been a part of the gang. It doesn't matter. People are always gonna look out for themselves. Okay, that's a fact. But if they have these financial records and travel records and all this other evidence that they connected to Lil Durk directly, that's where this case is going to get very dangerous for Lil Durk. Now, I don't really know why he's so confident. Like, maybe he knows something that we don't know. There's so many things that are probably happening behind the scenes for him that we just don't really know what's going on, right? And if I have to guess, maybe his lawyers are just telling him that the case isn't as strong as people think. Maybe they believe the government is trying to make a story out of association, rap lyrics, or some type of street politics or street movement.
Fuck, that boy going in and out that bitch is tripping the fuck out, bro.
Unload all this on him.
The fuck?
They didn't have a choice. Like, he would not be able to be behind bars for this long if they had absolutely nothing. You get what I'm saying? When the feds bring a case like this, they usually aren't just guessing, okay? I mean, again, we're talking about flights, credit cards, and travel records, alleged messages, surveillance.
That boy be fresh as hell as them people watching, bro.
They're basically trying to tie another murder to his name.
Damn, bro.
Recently. So this case is basically going to test whether Durk was just a famous name around a group
that made me feel like he
going to
be in there for a little minute, bro. He probably going to be in there for another year or two if they trying to do that shit.
And that's basically what they're saying. They're saying that he was the mastermind here. And if they say that you're the mastermind behind something like this, how could you be so confident that you're going to come home soon? So I have a lot of questions. But I think whether they actually end up in this or not, that's going to be the difference between Durk actually coming home and not coming home. So obviously until the trial happens, nobody truly knows which way this is going to go. I mean, if you really look at Lil Durk's background and kind of the things that he's been through, he came very, very far in his life in general. I mean, he came from the worst of the worst. And then he ended up becoming successful and running up a bag and making such a huge mark in music in general, right? And so this confidence could be just that he feels like the evidence they have against him isn't that strong, or it could just be his way of coping and surviving. When you are sitting in a cell fighting a federal case, especially one this serious, you almost have to tell yourself you're coming home. And maybe that might not be a way of predicting the legal situation. That might just be how you keep your mind from breaking. I mean, the other day we talked about rapper Tay-K.
fucking beat while I'm trying to.
About to whatever, come home soon, right? Now, we know for sure that
I was chilling in that North Park. And I'm watch for my motherfucking bitch. Freezing Tennessee. And on my mama, I'm a ride for my motherfucking jet. Man, free TK, bro. You hear me? Man, motherfucker, we in Dallas Fort Worth right now. They said that boy didn't even do that shit, man. They just trying to make an example out of that boy, bro. Shit fucked up, man.
Organization because he's the famous guy. Maybe he believes they don't have a direct connection to him or during
fuck a beat. I was trying to beat
the
case, but I ain't beat that case, bitch. I did the race.
People around Dirk did something. They have to prove his role.
Skate.
So maybe when he says he's coming home soon, he's saying they can't prove I personally did anything here. So the feds are obviously trying to make Dirk the boss of everything that happened here. Like he's the guy.
That's what they always fucking do. And they always try to make the rapper seem like he's the boss and the mob boss and shit, bro. What the fuck?
He's telling these guys, do this, do that, do that. Go kill that person. Hey, use this credit card, or I'll use this credit card. And we go out and kill the guy, right? Allegedly. And that's obviously dangerous when they're trying to do that, because for someone who's as famous as Dirk, once you're the brand, people assume everything under the brand runs through you. But then again, when it comes to a lot of this street stuff as well, even though they might have like a main gang or whatever you want to call it, or like a main crew, a lot of times there's different type of quote unquote, I think they call them like sets, I don't know what they call it, right? Who sometimes they just operate on their own. People a lot of times can act on loyalty, emotion, revenge, or their own motives. So the defense may argue that Dirk didn't control everybody. So, just because Dirk is the biggest name in OTF and his record label doesn't automatically mean every OTF related move was ordered by Dirk. Now, it's obviously going to get way more serious if they can tie money directly to the alleged plot. These flights they're talking about, hotels, rentals, credit cards, phones, that's usually the kind of evidence the feds build around. And, the scary part for Dirk is that
I think the thing about the Young Thug situation is his was a state RICO, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't a federal RICO charge. So I think that's how Young Thug was able to beat his situation and get out of his situation type shit and be able to come home. Let's say to be able to come home. Because I don't even know if he really beat that shit. That boy on probation for like 15 years or some shit, right? That's kind of like a fucking a trap in a way. But hey, it's better than being in that box for real.
And they sent this and they gave this credit card to this person right here in their crew. And they ended up, sliding for them or whatever you want to call it, right? They ended up killing somebody. That's how they build a case. A flight, a hotel, a credit card, a text message, a phone record, a cooperating witness, a deleted message, a timeline. So by the time they put it all together in court, they're not trying to prove one dramatic moment. They're trying to make the jury feel like the whole picture only points in one direction, towards Dirk. And also, let's keep in mind, Dirk has spent the last couple of years trying to clean up his image. He became more public about particularly his faith. He's Muslim now. And he talked about peace. He did community work. He wanted to distance himself from that old street mindset, that street image. And of course, that could help his case here. But in court, the government may argue that he was trying to clean the image because perhaps he knew what he was involved in and that the clean image was separate from what was happening behind the scenes.
No.
And the defense may argue the opposite, that he was generally trying to move away from violence. So I think that's why the case is so complicated, because here's Lil Durk trying to basically change his entire image publicly. And then right when he's at the top of, I guess, like in the middle of all that, he gets caught up in this. Also, maybe he's saying that he's coming home for his fans, because a lot of his fans are wondering, hey, Dirk, you're about to come home. What's going on? So instilling confidence in your own fan base a lot of times can actually help your case. Or maybe he's saying this because a lot of his co-defendants, a lot of people that he got caught up with, he can't communicate with them, right? And a lot of these situations, they're not even allowed to speak. Would not make sense if they were, right? So they hear Lil Durk saying that he's coming home. Maybe that's a quote-unquote subliminal message to them, like, hey, stick through this, okay? Make sure that you stay strong throughout all this, because we're all in this together. When you are in this position where people basically think that the entire situation is over, like you're finished, one way you can come back.
Brainwashed by fucking. I've been brainwashed by pop culture and television. I'm realizing what the fuck.
Fact, I'm gonna have confidence that I'm gonna beat all
this bitch ass motherfucker right here to the left. My God, this bitch nigga number one right there, bro.
Don't count me out yet. That doesn't mean he knows he's beating the case, because we never know what happens, but it does mean he's
boy getting fat as fuck again, goddamn.
How it even starts. So my personal take on this is Dirk probably feels like there's a gap between what the government is alleging and what they can actually prove, but the government, the feds, are going to use all this evidence to point to a particular pattern and make him look complicit in all this. And that's what makes this case so dangerous. Dirk doesn't have to look innocent to everybody watching online. He has to create reasonable doubt in court. But the feds don't have to prove that he pulled the trigger. They have to prove he was a part of the plot. And that's a completely different battle.
That's wild right there, bro. Goddamn. Bronx drill rapper D thing going to Florida State prison for Instagram guns. Nigga, what, nigga? Nigga, what?
Bronx drill rapper D-Thing has just
that boy D-Thing keep going to jail. At least he didn't crash it like his cousin, bro.
Because for some reason,
at least he didn't crash it like his cousin, bro.
Miami, he got caught with a gun, and I'm gonna be breaking down what happened, but not only that,
like his cousin fucking
Florida State prison.
What the fuck is that nigga named K? I can't even think of that boy name. No K-Flock, bro.
Quick pause.
That boy doing like 35 years right now, man.
Access to your money
Lord, he was like 17 when he got locked. He gonna come home at like 52 or some shit like that. That do the math, right?
Paycheck advance.
They like 52.
So instead of waiting for
35 years,
you can get access to your funds earlier when you
17.
Need them. Paycheck advance is clearly my favorite 47. Part, and I'm sure will be yours too. But if you're trying to build your credit or just want your direct deposit sooner, it handles all of that in one app. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign-up page where you can create an account.
I think 52.
Just go through the normal sign-up steps, enter your
information, that's wild, bro.
Order your current card. After you complete those steps, you'll see the option to enter my promo code Jake1090, which unlocks the $75
bonus. He get that appeal and get,
if you ever feel
out
like
of parole, he might do like 20 years or some shit. They come home.
Worth just checking it out, because that's literally what it's designed for, helping people like you stay more on top of their finances. Now, the homie Remo will post to Instagram saying New York drill rapper D-Thing sentenced to 14 months in Florida State prison. Now, 14 months ain't nothing. 12 months is a year for y'all that don't know how to, do math. And then not only that, he's gonna get
tatted or some shit. What the fuck?
So most likely he's gonna get out in less than a year, but still Florida State prison being the third largest prison system in the country, it's nothing to play with. And D-Thing, after this news hit, will post to Instagram a new song that he just dropped. Now, shout out to the homie New York Drill Official. I've been following them for years. That's where I get a lot of my New York Drill information. But this is the music video that he dropped. And mind you, he just got sentenced to prison for being a felon in possession of a gun. And within the first couple of seconds, we can see D-Thing holding
he already going to jail, motherfucker. Come on. You
I don't know if he's just addicted, but I have an idea of what it is. So look at this music video from 4 years ago with 11 million views. We can see D-Thing with a little rinky-dink pistol. This little thing right here, right? And it's a known fact.
You know what I mean?
New York just
New York gun rules. New York gun laws just do not motherfucking play, bro. They do not fucking play. Remember when Lil Wayne got locked up, bro? For just having a strap on a bus? New York does not play, dog. They over there shanking niggas, you know what I mean? Give your ass $150, bro.
And ARPs, like that shit.
That's the South, man.
People in New York
down here in the South, motherfucker gonna hit your ass with a chopper, motherfucker. Got ARPs, motherfuckers got Dracos, motherfuckers, AR-15s and shit, bro. You remember, motherfuckers got Serbian assault rifles and shit, motherfucker. Welcome to the South, motherfucker. 504 to 214, nigga.
3 times in the span of 6 months is ridiculous. At this point, D-Thing just gotta sit up. How many changes could one expect to have? At a certain point, one must deal with the consequences of their actions. Straight up bum behavior
FNs and shit, bro.
Looking self. D-Thing arrested in Miami for possession of a gun by a convicted felon. This is him in court. This is another post of him being arrested with a gun, marijuana, and cocaine. This is him in court again.
The fuck?
And this is the
why they look so funny in the court
arrested
pictures?
On multiple charges, including possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Now, I don't know why they kept letting him out, because my first gun charge, I went straight to prison. I had a bond, I couldn't pay it. Obviously, he was able to pay his way out multiple times, but you'd think after the second time he'd be done. And mind you, felon in possession of a firearm in Florida normally comes with a 3-year mandatory sentence.
In Texas, it's 5 years.
Whatever time you get. So if you get I think the most you can get is 15 years in Florida.
Shit.
You're supposed to have a 3-year mandatory that comes with that. Now we're just gonna take a look at the first time D-Thing got booked in Miami.
Is it Mr. Collins?
Mr. Daniel Collins.
How you doing? Good afternoon. Actually, sir, you're charged with having committed the offense of possession of a firearm or weapon with ammunition by a convicted felon, which is a second-degree felony. I've appointed the public defender's office to represent.
I don't know what that boy like Puerto Rican or some shit, bro.
To determine your bond status. How long you been in Dade County?
Yesterday.
Pretty sure he black and Puerto
You're
Rican.
from New York?
Yeah.
Standard bond $7,500.
Judge, the state's requesting an increased bond in that the defendant has no local ties. According to the arrest affidavit, the defendant has a violent criminal past, including a felony.
Look at this man's face right now, bro.
I'm looking at his FCIC and NCICs. It looks like he was released from prison last year, and that crime also involves a firearm. State's request is $25,000.
What is his conviction in that he was just released last year for? Hold on.
It says criminal possession weapon -2, loaded firearm other than a person's home or business. It was a conviction. It says term 2 years, post-release supervision 2 years. And I see a release date in 24.
Released from prison at 24, but he has probation, is what you're saying?
Right. It says parole. He may be on parole. It says
the fuck is this man doing right now, bro?
And there's this parole discharge 1-8.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Anytime you're facing a gun crime and you've been convicted of a gun crime and they bring up that old gun crime on top of the new gun crime, the judge is not gonna be in favor of you. Because when I got booked after I got out of prison for assault with a firearm, and the judge brought up my old case and literally told me in court, you just got out last year for a gun-related crime, and now you've caught another gun-related crime. That judge literally told me you need to go back to prison.
God damn.
Now this is another time that he went to court for getting caught with another gun.
All right, who am I on now?
Mr. Collins, Judge. Mr. Collins is out on felony bond.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Collins. The public defender has been appointed to represent you. You're charged with 1 count of possession of cocaine and 1 count of, looks like cannabis possession as well.
Oh, okay. So in this case, he wasn't caught with a gun. He was on felony bond for a gun. So he got caught with some weed and some powder. But because he was on a felony bond, they added it to the list of charges.
That make a lot of sense.
I don't know how he got out after being on felony bond.
Okay, there's probable cause for your arrest. Your bond is count 1.
Judge, would you consider arguments for PC for count 2?
For the marijuana?
Yes, Judge. This is cannabis that is contained in designer baggies, which indicates that it's cannabis that's purchased from a smoke shop, which indicates that it's lawful hemp, Judge.
Okay, understood. Your objections are noted for the record. So there's probable cause count 1, the bond is 1,000. Count 2, the bond is 1,000. Judge Block apparently issued a warrant for your arrest. There's a felony hold on I'm sorry, he didn't issue a warrant, but you're on felony bond for F25-13576. So Judge Block will decide tomorrow if he's going to hold you no bond on these new charges. So felony hold corrections. Thank you.
Now, again, he was released, or maybe that was the last time he was released, but I'm going to just show y'all, like I said, because he smacked a lot of this shit off of Instagram. It's still on his Facebook, or at least a fan Facebook, whatever. But bro was down in Miami posting what appears to be a Glock 19 and tagging himself in Miami Beach. And this may very well be one of the guns that he got taken off the streets because he just kept getting caught with them. So they at least got 2 to 3 guns off D-Thing that'll never hit the streets again. And again, he went to Chicago, linked up with Vaughn-Off 1700. They got a fucking Draco-like gun that ain't a Draco. It's probably a Zastapa, whatever the fuck it's called. And they got an ARP, and he's, again, tagging where he's at. So every time he visits another city, even though he's a convicted felon nationwide, he tags where he's at,
Facebook, bro?
takes pictures with guns, and expects not to get caught. And according to the jail search, he's in the pretrial detention center. He's already been sentenced. And I mean, he's got a couple of different cases. Firearm by felon, criminal mischief, discharging in a residential area, which is shooting an actual firearm, and then battery by a detainee on a visitor or another detainee. So D-Thing put pause on somebody and they press charges. Now, how do I think he's going to do in Florida State Prison? I think he's going to be fine, to be honest with you. D-Thing is from the fucking Bronx, which is one of the most trenchiest trenches in America, and it's been like that for decades. D-Thang is from RPT. He's from the projects.
River Park Towers, bro.
He's been in New York State prison. He's not new to this shit. And not for nothing, Florida loves New York Bloods, because a lot of the Bloods in Florida are not tapped in with anybody, especially in the prison system. So when you directly come from New York, you know, everybody talks about Cali. Florida's the South.
You hear me?
The majority of the Bloods in the South are under the East Coast, not Cali.
Well, not in Texas though, bro.
Talking about some Cali shit,
not in Texas.
They give a fuck. All the biggest Atlanta rappers are East Coast Bloods, whose roots trace back to New York, not Cali. And the thing about California Bloods, how they politic in Florida State Prison, because you'll have East Coast Bloods that jump to West Coast. And what I mean by that is they'll come in banging an East Coast hood and then switch over to a West Coast hood, so they don't have to politic with the East. So when the East goes to war, like the Billies, Murder, Shine, whoever, when they go
Shine,
to war,
Sex Money, Murder,
the West Coast homies,
Billy
the
Nine
Pyrus,
Tree,
whatever, they're like, oh, we ain't involved in that. Just to keep themselves out of the bullshit, right? Which is why East and West can go to war too. But East Coast Bloods, New York blood sets flood the entire East Coast prison system, regardless of which state you're in. The fact that he's a New York Blood, he's gonna be perfectly fine in there. He's not only that, he's a celebrity rapper, he's not a rat, and he ain't pussy. He's already been charged with putting hands on somebody in Miami. Miami is one of the worst jails you can be in the state of Florida. Everybody knows about Miami. How I think it's gonna play out for him, because he's gonna have under a year to do, they might keep him at the South Florida Reception Center. He might not leave reception. He might not actually go to a real prison because he's a short timer. And if he does go to a real prison, I guarantee he's gonna be perfectly fine. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal for him. And even if it is, I think he'll carry himself perfectly fine. He's gonna be locked in with whatever Bloods he's around. If he's down in Miami, he probably knows some Zoes too, because they're just everywhere. And I'm talking about ZMF, not Zopound. That shit's old as fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't see him having a hard time in Florida State Prison, because the prison system itself, there's no politics. It's just a matter of if you're soft or not. He's gonna be locked in with the Bloods. Bloods is one of the biggest gangs in Florida State Prison. But that doesn't mean you get a safe ride, because on a lot of different compounds, the Bloods are going to war, whether it's with other gangs or each other. Certain sets, certain hoods will go to war with each other all the time. But
what is it? TikTok.
We were homeless for 1,094 days. It was.
Man, what the fuck? OG Splitter keeps dissing me. This
Hey,
is
y'all,
my last time.
if y'all want the nigga to rob me, y'all can support the nigga. But if y'all want to see the nigga rob me, stop with it. Why don't give a damn what he put up?
It's crazy. OG Percy and Real Tune, they had like a legendary run, bro. You hear me? That shit wild, bro. But anyway, if y'all, what the hell? Lil Queso backdoored at 15. 15 on why he got backdoored by his close homie.
Come on, I got shit so much. I'm cool. How the fuck I did it?
Surprisingly, I haven't talked about Only Use Me.
Anyway, bro, y'all already know how the fuck we rocking, man. Big Sage like shit. If you are new to the chat, don't be afraid to hit that sub button, man. And on that note, we gonna go ahead and get the hell up out of here, bro. Sage Live. Y'all tune in tomorrow, man. What are you on TikTok? What are you on damn Kick? And what if the motherfuckers that's gonna watch this VOD on YouTube, man? There's love every single time, bro. The boy don't take none of this for granted, man. Peace. Punch captains and the motherfucking crunch in this mud, you heard?
When it comes to connecting to the internet, and I'm glad the Let's Go games are more straightforward than some other games we'll look at later in this video. First, I decided to check the mystery gift section to see if there were any distributions that I missed, and of course found the